Anthem, presented by American Legion Post number 3. Yes, let's give them a big hand. They've been here all summer taking care of us that way. Thank you. That was a bit of a fanfare, actually. It's the second movement of a two-movement suite, but it works well for an opener. It's by Jared Spears. It's called Holiday from his New River Suite. We're going to continue with something a whole lot different, and we're going to let you see how beautiful a band can sound. Not a foot tapper, but I know you'll recognize the melody. That's a beautiful arrangement of Home on the Range by a band director from Kansas State University, I believe it was, or maybe University of Kansas. It's time to feature a soloist, and there's none better in town than John Gimberling. When the rest of us hear John play, we're all, a bunch of us trumpet players, immediately go home and start practicing some more. And so we were digging through the old Municipal band library, which in 129 years, you can imagine there's some stuff from a ways back. So found this piece called Rumba for Trumpet, and as soon as I saw it, John Gimberling started flashing in my mind. So here we go, Rumba for Trumpet, featuring John Gimberling.
Feel free to get up and dance, please. At least bob your heads.
So in the spirit of trumpet playing, I want to tell you a little story about this next piece. How many of you here know the name Al Hirt? Yeah, almost all of you. A little generational thing here, though. When I talked to the band last night, there were quite a few didn't remember Al Hirt. The story is, when I was a student at Eastern Montana College in 1909, Al Hirt came to Billings to play a concert. And he came on Western Airlines, the only way to fly. And they got Al there in great shape, but they didn't get his horn there. And nor his tenor sax or his clarinet player's clarinet. And so I happened to be in the office when his agent called, and they said, we need to get a trumpet really fast, and a clarinet and a saxophone. And I said, well, you know, I'll volunteer. I wasn't going to be able to afford to go to the concert because struggling student. And so I got to go meet Al Hurt and his piano player. And here were Gazette photographers. Big story. Al Hurt's horn's lost. This kid bails him out. Next morning, in the front page of the Billings Gazette, there's a picture of me, Al Hurt, and his piano player, whose name you may recognize, Ellis Marcellus. And so over the years, I had that picture framed and it hung in my band office, and the students would come in and they'd say, first thing they'd say, oh, you used to have hair? And then they'd say, who's Al Hurt? And then they'd go, oh, is he related to Wynton Marcellus? They'd see the Marcellus name and recognize that, so it all changed a little bit. But here's the deal tonight. This is the horn that Al played, and I found out there were plenty of notes in there. But here's the deal, one night only, just tonight, if you drop a $100 bill in Zoot back there, you can come up and touch it. So here's one of his more trite pieces. Was a great jazz trumpeter, but he put out some commercial stuff that wasn't very good. But this was the best I could come up with, so we're going to play Sugar Lips for you, featuring Mr. Dusty Molyneux on the trumpet solo. Yeah, it's a little trite, but it's kind of fun, huh? The Grand March of Italy, written by a Czech composer. This is Florentiner March. it being our final concert of the season, we have a lot of thank yous and acknowledgments to give. And Dusty Molyneux, who Dusty and John share the administrative duties of the band now that Bud is retired. And we're finding out that after 2 years without Bud, we're still not figuring out all the things that we should have taken care of. But here's one thing we will take care of, and that is to recognize people that helped us out this whole season. Dusty?
All right. Well, this is a great crowd. Too bad it's the last one of the season. It's wonderful to see you all here. So, yes, we do have a lengthy list, and anytime I make a list, I leave somebody off of it. So if you were involved with the band in any way and helped us get our season going and we missed you, I apologize up front. But here we go. So we'll kind of save our applause to the end, and I'll give you a few times to kind of clap for some big folks. Lots of thank yous. We'd like to thank Bass Clef School of Music that owns the Times Square building, which is where our office is for the Municipal Band, and it's also where we do our rehearsals on Tuesday evenings, so they stay open late for us and help us with lights and air conditioning and all that good stuff, so it's a nice spot to be in the summer. We'd like to thank Lindsay Groves. She does all of the program editing for us and gets things ready to go to print. She works for Wendy Wiseman, which is nice. We'd like to thank our librarians. Winter Kelly's done the bulk of the work this summer, and she's been assisted by Annika Gray. So let's give her and Annika a big round of applause for their help. Yay! It's a lot of folders, and what we kind of do is we get the music out a week ahead of time, so we've always got at least 2 sets of music going out there. It's a lot to keep track of, so it's a big job, and we thank them for that. We have a great board for the Muni Band, and I'd like to say all of these folks' names, and then we'll acknowledge them with some nice applause. Phil Burton, our band president, who basically does everything under the sun to keep this group alive and going. Marsha Bundy, our secretary, and then we've got Alan Johnson, Tom Railsback, Linda Fuller, Wendy Wiseman, and Bill Friedel, and of course, our conductor emeritus here in the front row, Mr. Bud Nichols. He still sits on the board. So let's give them all a big round of applause. They make a lot of decisions and do a lot of stuff behind the scenes to make these seasons happen. In addition to this season with the Municipal Band, we also have the concert band season and the community jazz band program, so that board stays pretty active throughout the year. We've had some fantastic season sponsors, so I want to read all their names again, and they're on your program as well, but we have Donna Zook, Eldon Stompo in memory of Loretta Britton. Woo! Horizon, which is now, or was, Embark Credit Union, so we love them. Exit Realty and JK Property Management. We got the Montana Credit Union, Thelma and John Zeller Incorporated, and the Wayne Kelly family. Big round of applause for them, please. Couldn't do it without these sponsors. And speaking of sponsors and money, it's not too late to help the band out for our season. We still have our big sousaphone back there. We call that Zoot. If you want to drop $1 or $2 in Zoot on your way out, we would sure appreciate that. That helps us. Or 100, yeah. If you want to pet the Al Hurt trumpet. Let's see, it's under lock and key now, though. Yeah. You got to see the money. All right. You can take a picture of your $100 bill right as you're dropping it in, and then that'll count as proof there. Okay, where are we at? Oh, we have a microphone, and we have to thank the people that would give us a microphone every day. So that's Bruce Bull and Sunshine Productions. Would you give them a round? Yes. And you may have heard the band singing it quite awfully earlier, but it's Bruce Bull's birthday today, so happy birthday again, Bruce. 32? 32? Yeah. Oh, you wish. Okay, well. It's your birthday, so. We thank them earlier, but let's give them another round of applause. American Legion Post number 3 for all their great work. Okay. And earlier this year for our first concert, the Scouts helped us out with the colors. So let's give a round of applause to Scouting USA too. Yeah. All right. Well, you've seen a lot of directors up here. In addition to Mr. Granley doing this concert, we had Lisa Sundquist and Jeff Scoglie and Chris Cloker and James Mepham, and then we were going to have John Gemberling. So John kind of half planned the concert. He had it all laid out, and then, as we know, he got sick there. But let's give a round of applause to our directors for the season. Thank you, everybody. Oh, we got to thank the Montana Arts Council, and I also want to thank James Rickley. James is the guy that you see walking around here taking lots of pictures of the band, and he helped us fill out some grant work with the Montana Arts Council, and we got a lot of money, a lot of money for us to buy this fancy camera that you see sitting here in front of us. So if you haven't had a chance to check us out on YouTube, you can do that. We have our own YouTube channel for the Great Falls Municipal Band, and James has kind of helped us sponsor some website, and there's tons of pictures out there. So if you do a little Google search for Great Falls Municipal Band, you'll get the recordings, you'll get some cool pictures, and we want to thank James for that too. So yes, let's do a round of applause for James. Is he still here? I know he was here earlier. Where is he? There he is, sitting over here in front of the Buick there. So thanks again, James. All right, Lacini Printing, they do our program printing, so we want to thank them. And then last but not least, I want to thank all of these fantastic musicians on the stage. We were just talking earlier that the devotion that it takes to commit to this, because this is a totally volunteer organization, and it's about 5 hours a week, and when you multiply that by 45 to 50 musicians, it's a ton of time that goes into giving you some fantastic entertainment. So thank you, everybody. Bravo. I can't believe that it's been 129 years that this band has been going this long. Back when the programs were first printed with the stone tablets, is that how they did that back then? Yeah, and they just got them from the granite quarries when they're making the courthouse, and then they'd hand those out to everybody. But it has been a fantastic run. We're really looking forward to 130 years next year. So we hope you will join us. Come back out, bring family and friends with you. Maybe we'll get our sailcloths back for next season. I think we played so well, we just tore through them. I think that's what it was, yeah. Or maybe our pitch was a little sharp. I don't know, one of those two. But thank you again, everybody, and I'll turn the microphone back to Dennis.
In that tune. Yeah, it's the Budweiser theme. It's our way of introducing the second half of this concert. It's what Bud would have programmed if he were standing here today. So the rest of this program is Bud Nichols' program. It's Bud time. If you're old enough, you recognize that tune too, Teddy Bear's Picnic. In the old days when Pete Peterson was around, Pete Sr., the trombone player, we had teddy bears running around through the crowd. I think it finally, heat stroke interfered with that. So we don't have teddy bears except musically for you tonight. This next piece, one of Bud's all-time favorites because the composer is one of his all-time favorites. This is a Henry Mancini piece. If you remember the old TV show Mr. Lucky, these are selections from the TV show Mr. Lucky. I had to apologize to the French horn players earlier about the march, because it's... But they got to shine on that one. And they're all worried about the high A on this last few measures there. But there's somebody special, a couple people special in the horn section I'd like to introduce. My granddaughter, Finley DeRocher. She'll be a freshman at CMR this year. Her mom, my daughter, Deidre DeRocher. She was in my band at CMR. Thank you. That's a toe-tapper for sure. These are, as I said, traditional tunes that Bud would have programmed, and we always end our season with Looney Tunes medley. Overture, actually. I don't know why it's called an overture, but you'll recognize a lot of these cartoon themes, I think. Well, as always, please rise. We'll finish with a couple of choruses of Montana. Words are on your program if you don't know the song. Thank you so much. We'll see you next year.